Good evening. How are you? I just have to alter something here so I can read something else a little better. Let's see how that works. That's a lot better. I have had so much difficulty in the last week, and I must apologize on, no, Sunday, I think it was. The, I, everything has changed now. I can't even get a new picture up. I'm not given, what would you say, a choice. And so at least this picture's here, and I'm in real time, and I believe that it's got mental mind treatment on the front, whereas on Sunday, when just 2 days ago, it wasn't. They picked up another older one, um, which is what triggered me. Was the wrong It was the wrong name, and I've had a couple people say that. Well, and so they didn't watch it, but just remember that I am still experimenting. So here's to cheers to experiment. Trying to keep my voice also working well. I've been playing with my computer, sizing it up to see if I can find where I'm a little more comfortable instead of all my big white blind. So I think this might work a little bit better. But anyway, we'll see. I just have to organize that side printing so I can read everybody. I do want to say hi to Marion, who will be working the bowl as I am working with whatever I've got down here. Now, I have a little list of people. And remember, some people email me, most of them email me sometime or other. Judy Spread, actually, I had to do something personal for her because she had sent me an email a couple of weeks ago. And I was when I was sort of not feeling very well at all and just forgot about it. So I did something personally for her and sent it off. Oh, by the way, I got a note here. This is February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Now, the story goes that he comes out and he looks up, and if it's nice, then we're going to have a quick spring so coming along soon. And I didn't catch that. I didn't go look, but I just remembered, oh, yeah, Groundhog Day. Anyway, Judy. So what I did, because she didn't give me any numbers or anything, and I was just not too sure what was happening with, I pulled some cards on it while I was waiting here. I got Hermit, the King of Pentacles, and Ten of Wands, and she just was wondering about some health issues that are going on. Now, very often, and it works with all of us, health issues happen very often how we are psychologically. Are we positive? Do we know where we're going? Do we know how it's happening? Do we know how things are working out? All of those things make a difference. And what I see here with the way that I had the cards come up, the Hermit, which is number 9, and the King of Pentacles card, and the Ten of Wands, it's basically how are you feeling? What are you doing? What are you wanting? If you got, because the end with the Hermit, which I take as the main one here because it's a higher arcana card, the answer lies within you. If you relax, if you go with it, you'll be in command. If you worry about it, you won't be. So basically, that's how it's going to work, one way or the other. So that works really, really well. And so I'm just going to do a quick prayer, my mental mind treatment for that. So I know as I speak my word for Judy that the most important element that I'm getting, and I just see a star up in the sky, is the need to relax and trust. To trust the process that you're going through, to trust the process that not all things happen overnight, clip, snap, snap. Sometimes things take a much longer time period, but the Ten of Wands concerns me because it is a worry symbol. Don't worry. Know that your right action, as we call it, will occur. You will get to where you need to be and how you want it to be. So I give thanks in the knowing of this for Judy, that it's relax, listen to the doctor. I know we don't always like what they say, but just listen and do how they put it out. I think you're going to find that that will work quite well. So, love and blessings to you. Kayla usually finds me at 4 o'clock, but today I was having a nap. So, she left me a long text. Actually, it was a voicemail. Sorry. Oh, and what did I write down here? Anyway, a lot of it was that she was still very tired. And so what I did was just pull some cards again. I got the Five of Pentacles, which to me told me out of sorts. Justice, which is 11, a higher arcana, needing clarity and strength and balance. And then the Six of Swords is basically moving out of it. And actually, in some ways, Judy and Kayla's readings to a degree are similar in that life is not always, as I used to say, a bowl of cherries or a bowl of roses or whatever. Sometimes it's like recuperation. And I know Judy's had a long recuperation from massive surgery. Kayla's had surgery. It doesn't happen overnight. And especially as two ladies are in the, you might say, beyond 50. So it's really everything takes a little bit of time. And even though people say, well, it doesn't have to be that way, but we've got to overcome, sorry, many perceptions that we have about things that when we were 30 is very different from today. And I've noticed that within myself. So when it comes to Kayla right now, we need the energy, yes, but I think it's more than that. I think what we need here is more of a clarity of the immediate, and therefore the response to the immediate makes it easier. So, in other words, not getting upset because, yes, we're tired, except we're tired. Do what you have to do and let it fold out because you still have in your mind where you want to be. You just might be a bit longer than you're really choosing. So, again, another treatment. I know there is one power and one essence, and I also know as each individual, we are very clever, brilliant, powerful. The power that we have through our knowledge, through the years, through the working through things, excuse me, and holding forth. As I speak my word for Kayla, it's like the inner heart beats easily, but it's quiet. And it just needs quiet because I feel I want to put my chin up and look further into the direction of where I'm heading, not where I am. I need to set my goals small but obvious. So I know the direction, the wherewithal, all that is happening, all that is going, and so that we're moving in the direction. You have a goal. You stick with the goal gently, easily. It's like a river flowing down. You don't want to get in a fast stream. And that when you speed up and try and do more, that's when the tired really kicks in. It's saying, hey, no, not yet. You still got to take it super calm, super easy, super quiet. So I give thanks in the knowingness for Kayla that the strength is there, the purpose is there, the awareness is there. It just needs to breathe a little slow when we begin to push the end of, you might say, the circuit, whatever, a little more than perhaps we should. I give thanks in the knowing of this as we release this by saying, and so it is. Amen. I work at remembering my friend Marianne's weekly one about housing, etc. And also because I don't have any numbers, so I was sitting here because I was trying to organize and figure out what exactly is going on with YouTube now, because it doesn't come up and I don't take a picture of me now. It's an old picture I have. Not that different though, only several years. Um, so what I did here This voice of mine, I'm sorry. New teeth, ever since I've had my new teeth in particular, not that there's that many of them, my voice has gone weird. I have a lot more, excuse me for saying this, a lot more flame somehow in my mouth. It drives me crazy. But anyway, yeah, I'm working on getting it sorted out. So with Marion, I again pull tarot cards. She knows most of these: Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the Star. So what I was seeing is a new situation coming in, and that as you're looking ahead, that new situation will need to be rebalanced into your life. Doesn't necessarily say massive change, but it's new, and a new awareness, a new growth, a new progress, a new sense of being. And basically, it's all, to me, all good. Balance is the key here. Sometimes when we want something, we either reject it a little or we stew on it rather than give it over. We give it over into the hands of the divine, the essence of being, and it moves forward. And for that, we give thanks. And so I'm just going to treat this way. Knowing there is a power, a lovingness, a caringness, an awareness that is there. I know that new situations come and go all the time, but it is our projection of what we desire, what we want, knowing it will be given to us. Unfortunately, often our timing is not always divine timing. But what I see here is to create a balance that allows the essence to work, sorry, not walk, to work smoothly in the life. And to remember that the power is there, as you know, and to allow it to see the direction of what you want, not limit it. It's like, okay, lay it on me. Let me see. Let me bring to me exactly where I want to go because I will balance and bring forward into my life now. Think a little bit more now in there. But the Ace of Wands has that. So I give thanks in knowing that Marion's desires are there and ready to begin to manifest in all sorts of different ways. And I release this now, knowing that it is true, it is done, and so it is. Amen. I also put one because I had quite a bit of time because I was working away with this computer system, trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. So I put myself in there. Same thing, drew 3 cards just to sort of see what was coming up. I had the eight of Wands, new coming in, 6 of Pentacles, um, new up money, new opportunities, and eight of Wands. And it's like 8 of Wands always knew something coming in. So I had 2 symbols represent. Oh, I've got 8 of Wands twice. No, 9 of Wands. Sorry, maybe reacting a little bit to the newness coming in. I have two symbols out of 3 showing newness coming. And some of it may be the money. And I know there's supposed to be some money on the way. I just got lost somewhere. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to do a treatment for myself. I know there is one power and one essence out there. And I know there is change, there is growth, and there is progress and money coming into my life, of which I am very, very thankful from the depth of my heart, from the depth of me, so that we can put that into an opportunities of coming forward, allowing, being more. I give thanks in the knowingness of this. I give thanks as I welcome into my life these new opportunities and money if it comes. Blessings. I give blessings and I give thanks for that, for how it is. And so it is. Guys on the sideline, keep waiting. We got another couple here. 007 because he lives way away in the wrong time zone. Now he emails me, so I know to look for it. As we know from the months, his eyes aren't always the best as he wants. But today, as I looked at his numbers, 3, the Empress, 19, the Sun, and 21, the World, which tells me, I think when we've had a problem or an issue with a part of ourselves, we forget to thank it. We forget to enjoy it. We forget to give it love, and because we are so concerned about it, well, we get tight. Whenever the universe doesn't like working well with tightness. When you tighten up, when you say it's got to be this way, or it has to come that way, or it's got to do this or that, the universe doesn't. It really says that you don't trust me. And if you're not trusting, then you're not necessarily going to receive what we've got for you. What I see here, it says relax in your eyes, relax and allow the sun to beam so in other words, to see, because it's about balancing. So we know in the past we've had a number of fear things come up about your eyes. And it's funny, it comes up in the next issue, which we're going to do in 2 seconds, is that I just think, so as I move into treatment for this, is that as I speak my word for 007 tonight, regarding the eyes, I know the love of self, the love of life, and the love of the divine is very closely linked. And it's a letting go of knowing that you are moving into a new way of seeing the world. Look for old beliefs. Look for things where you have judgment, where you have a sense of scorn, or you're feeling that that should not be the way it is. Because this is about rebalancing yourself into a new way of perceiving things through your eyes with joy, love, and a balancing element of life, that life is there to support you, care about you, loves you. So it's relaxing. It's relaxing the eyes and allowing them to see into your system so that you can enjoy all the bits and pieces that are there. The other one, we know he's been dealing with money, to having the money to live, to survive. Numbers he gave me: 3, Empress; 8, Strength; 18, Fear. See, life generally is, what do we expect? What is our basic belief as to how life deals with us or gives us or brings to us? That is where the Empress, which represents love, is that you not only love yourself, you begin to love your life around you. Love aspects of it if you can't love all of it. Love exactly what you can create or do. And then that brings about the balance that the strength talks about. Because there's situations you have to deal with, and you're dealing with the money situation. So it's like you bring a balance into that. Like, and you work with it, not in like, I need this, but what can I do with that? Well, in other words, what I have, what can I do with that? But because you have fear of not having, that fear energy is so much bigger than the knowingness of what you do have. And so as we go into treatment, I know within the one power and the one essence that it is there always with love, excitement, joy, and allowingness for you to have what you want. There's a desire to give you what you want, but when you have a fear that it won't be, it's a huge block. There's no doubt about it. So it's like turning that fear into your strength. And that's what it says here. And tarot, Empress and strength. Turn that into your well-being of where the direction is that you're heading and knowing. Because I know that if you let the fear go and begin to trust the process of shifting and changing and seeing and things in a new perspective, life changes. Life really changes. We can sit around and worry all the time and nothing happens. But if we let go and allow opportunity to come in, it's amazing how it shows up. So I give thanks for that. I give thanks. And thank you for those of you that get hold of me earlier, because now we're going to go to the sidebar here. It's good. Marion says, good evening, Norma. Blessings to all. Kayla says, blessing and much love to all. May your days be joyful, peaceful, and directed from within and above. Karen. Hi, Norma. I hope you are well. Um, yes, I have not been the best, but I am getting much better, which is nice. Thank you. Shika. Hello, my dear. Hi, Norma. I hope you're doing well. All these nice blessings. I certainly can use them. Okay. Karen B. Good evening, Norma, and blessings to everyone. Marion says here, Wharton Willie said early spring because he did not see his shadow. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. It felt like that. So that's true. You know, that's what I talked about earlier, having Groundhog Day. That's right. Remember they are, oh yeah, now I've got the memory where they open the cage and they bring out and it's like whether he runs back in the cage or not, because he has to see his shadow. Karen M. Greetings, Norma. Okay. Hang on a second. It's funny, my throat's been quite good most of the day. Here we go. But then I wasn't talking, was I? Okay. I should love a treatment for divine guidance. Okay. Karen. Karen M, wasn't it? Yeah. You won't believe how I wrote. I wrote, never mind what I wrote down. Okay. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. 11 is Justice. It's funny, I had that come up for someone just the other day. And 20 is, if I remember rightly, a star. My brain has been a little bit foggy the last while. Okay. First of all, let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune. We always have a beginning place where we start. And what we've got here with the Wheel of Fortune is the Wheel of Fortune has a hub in it, and around it is a wheel with different facets of animals and things around it. But it shows change. Now, the thing is that Wheel of Fortune moving or not? When I've got a big reading out in front of me and I come to the Wheel of Fortune, does it move or does it stay still? And it feels at this time it's standing still, which is why I'm talking about it. It's like this break on. And Justice is sitting there saying, what is it that you really, really want? What do you really want to do? What do you want to have? Where do you want to be? You see, we can ask for guidance. We can ask, I was putting my hand out, we can ask for handouts. But that 20 is the acceptance of the power. I think here it's like sometimes we can ask for divine guidance and direction, yes, but sometimes what we need to say is this is where we need to go, this is where we want to go, this is what we want, because then the divine guidance can bring to you what you need. And I don't know how you feel, but to me, Karen M, it feels stuck. I feel like I want to kind of get something moving. 10 should be moving, it isn't it? Stationary. 11 is making a decision, making a commitment, and that's stuck too. So in 20, it's like you want divine guidance, you ask, and then you listen. You say, and which we'll do in a minute, give me divine guidance. Now remember, divine guidance can come from the craziest, strangest places you would never think of. I have had guidance from I don't know where at times over my life. And it wasn't like words in my head or my feeling. It was something I saw or something I might have heard. Yeah, that can happen too. So I'm going to pray here with my mental mind treatment for you to be aware and to listen and see, because that's what I think you need here. You want divine guidance, you got to open up more to hear what the message is. Because my message to you is open up more, get something happening, make more room. See, when we want something new, we got to make room for it to come in. You know, when your cupboards are all full or your fridge is all full, you're going to use something up or put something more in there. Same as with our thinking and feeling and wanting and desiring. Okay, Karen, here we go. I know there is one power in one essence, and I know that in speaking for you and speaking my word, that you are so aware and so in tune that sometimes we forget the little things. I know that the desire for divine guidance in this moment is a matter of relaxing and listening and looking. Somewhere in your circuit out there, a circle maybe I should say, out there are the answers. And it might not seem like a divine guidance that comes in and goes, wham, there it is. But it's something that you will see or you will hear. It'll come through your senses that's different, that gives your brain the opportunity to think and expand in that awareness. And I give thanks for that. That's all you need to know. I give thanks in the knowingness that when you're open to see or hear the answers of what you really are wanting, the divine guidance will be right there at that moment. I give thanks so much for knowing this is true and it will be done. And now Karen M will be able to understand exactly what I've been talking about. And so I release this thought knowing that it is done by saying, and so it is, which is great. Okay, here we go. I've got to go find myself again in here. I'm down a bit too far. There we go. Okay, Karen B. Karen B says, good evening, Norma, and blessings to everyone. Marianne, yeah, right, got that. Okay, here we are with Ashika. Let me see what you got done. 19, 20, 21. Would love to receive a treatment for healing of my emotional and spiritual self. The subject's changing. I've got to write that down. Spiritual and emotional. Yeah, they're very linked, actually, those two. Self. After everything I experienced in January, also a lot of strength and positive energies to drive through. So you need strength. Well, what I like what I see here. 19, the sun. 20 is the receiving the benefits. Judgment, actually, we call it, but it's, and 21 is the world, which is balance. You know, I just think you need to relax and trust you, because you already have made the changes with the 19, with the sun. It's already new. So when you come into something new, the key really is just to relax and let everything fall into place. So you know you're not moving too fast or too slow, but you're just moving along. The world, you need to have a sense of how you want things to be, though, in this. How is it going to be? How I would like it to be? How I want it to be? And I think then you just go work on through that, because your spiritual self will give you the sense of belief and trust. So I want you to write those two words down. I believe and I trust the process, because that's what changes a process. And that means then you'll be able to go step by step by step without your mind coming in there and getting upset that maybe it's not fast enough or it's not right or whatever. Trust that you are in the hands of the energy of love and that you're ready to move forward, and you will, step by step by step. You can't rush this. It's all in a process and it's working really well. I give thanks in knowing that Aishika is on the path, that there is awareness of balancing self, of moving through, allowing everything to work effectively, and trusting that the end result will be made clear. It's not going to be right away, but it's going to be there because the world says you are moving into balance. Okay. And therefore it is. So I give thanks for that and really, really, really celebrate the essence of where you're going. Good luck. And you will navigate. You will. There's no difficulty about that. Karen Marcus, I would appreciate. Oh, kind of. Yeah. Is that the second one for you? Oh, well. Oh, your friend Linda. Okay. Karen, I got to write this down. And because we're going to do a trans Linda. Oops, my pen going to run out? No. Got to hold it differently. She is a recent widow and needs clarity regarding, hang on a second, getting out of the way, and regarding selling her deceased husband's business. You don't give me the husband's name. All right, I will manage. Well, first of all, number 9 is the hermit, which says the answer lies within. So she knows what to do. But 12 is acceptance. There's the hangman. The whole key of the whole block is not wanting to accept that's what she has to do. And 16 is the tower. Oh dear, that's not. How do I want to say this? You can you can maybe play this for your friend Linda or tell her this. The situation that she is in, the answer lies within herself. She has to find the answer. And the answer's there. She already knows what she has to do. The thing is, she has to accept what's happening. She's not one, it's like, I know I have to do this, but I don't want to do it. So let somebody else come in and do it for me because I don't want to do it. But she's going to need to. Otherwise, what happens? Nothing, everything will fall apart. So she's, I had a friend once that used to say, I got to put my big girl panties on, meaning I have to grow up. I have to grow up, I have to be mature, and I have to deal what I got to deal with. And that's what your friend Linda is having to do. It's not always the easiest thing when you've lost somebody who's been important to you, and now you have to resolve issues. And that's when you're going to have to split it in two. Here's the grief over here. Here's what needs to be done here. And leave the grief to later. Because unless you get the business thing out of the way, it's going to be worse later on. Okay, let me just do a treatment. Knowing there is one power in one essence, and I speak my word for Linda, friend of Karen, I know we are confronted with tremendous emotional turmoil, hurt, pain, and loss. I also know that anything that is brought to us to do means that we have the strength, we have the knowledge, and we have the power to do it. I know that Linda has to dig deep right now to move herself to the direction of being able to sell the business. It's letting go. Having to let go the husband, having to let go the business, having to let go by taking on responsibility is strength and awareness, dealing with everything when all you want to do is go and hide. This is not our time to hide. You can hide later. You can grieve later. Now you've got to do. That's the key. I give, I send strength and power and love and essence because I know you would not be confronting this if you didn't have it within you. You would not have to sell this business if you didn't have the power. The thing is, you've got to be aware you do have the power to do it. You do have the power to move forward. You do have the power to say, okay, I'm grieving and it hurts, but I'm going to put it over here while I get rid of, sorry, the words rid of, but when I sell this business, which is the same thing. So say bye bye to it. Then you can take the time for your grief. It's a tough thing, but I know that you have the strength and power. If you believe in a greater power, if you believe in the love of the divine or God or Jesus or whoever you want to call upon, you will feel stronger, you'll feel calmer, and you'll have clarity. My concern here is clarity of the mind because of that 16. I'm very concerned about that. So you need clarity. So I'm being a little bit tough on my words because if you want to get where you will need to be, not that you want to go there, but you need to be there. You just take a big breath and know that the essence of love vibration is there for you always, with strength, with love, with purpose, and awareness of direction of where you're heading, where you're going, and how to get there. I give thanks in knowing this for you. I give thanks in knowing that Linda can and achieve selling the business easily so that she can move on in her life and do the grieving effectively. And for this, I give thanks by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Okay. Marianne says, thank you. John, hi, John. Great advice as always, Norma. Thank you and blessings to you and all here. Same to you. And Karen M says, so it is so dead on. Oh, isn't that nice? Also, when I pray for you, I always pray for wealth along with health. Well, I am having to pray to find some money that's lost in the ethers. And part of it I was going to do today, and I didn't get to do what I was going to do, trying to track it down. So just keep praying. Money will drop in. It's coming. It's just lost in the ethers of whatever, however we look at that. So you're dead on, girl. You're dead on. Okay, let me see here. Kayla says, thank you, Norma. Always insightful. And Karen M says, oh, oh you're right on. Thanks for my friend. Yeah, well, she has my empathy because but and sometimes I might sound a little harsh coming across, but sometimes you just got to realize that people I'm going to say something here. People confuse love with softness, roses, and pink. Valentine's Day comes one day a year when those things apply or don't apply. But sometimes the tough love, the real understanding of how the love force works is not roses and pink flowers. It's having your nose to the grindstone. It's accepting what needs to be done, knowing that your back is covered, that your back totally has you as you move forward. That what seems today is maybe gray. The next day will be lighter gray until finally it is white again. And you can see and you can move forward. It is trusting the process of life. It is trusting the direction of where we're going and how we're doing. And I see one of the reasons I kept talking, and thank you, Karen. Karen B's friend. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, if I forget these things because I don't write them down earlier enough or whatever. Her friend Jennifer is in hospice. And she wants a smooth transition, which she will have. And I will say this again of what I've discovered and found out is that when it is time for the transitions to appear, someone will come for you. It could be a parent on from the other side. It could be a good friend. It could be a child that is passed on, but someone from the other side. But even if none of those are, there's a person that comes because that's their job. Their job on the other side is to help you cross over, to let go the fear of it, to let go the anxiety, and help you into that place of transition. The vehicle of love, it's like stepping into a love bath, actually, and we're not used to living with that, many of us. Or if we have like maybe 50 cents worth rather than $10 worth because our minds work in a different way. So let me just do a treatment for Jennifer. Knowing there is one power in one essence, I speak my word for Karen B's friend Jennifer as she prepares herself for that wonderful transition into light, into love, where all the stress and strain from daily living in a physical world, which includes emotional, mental, and many other stresses and strains behind. There is a shedding, there is a letting go, there is a process of stepping into a love bath that is brought by someone else saying, here, come and experience this. And as Jennifer begins to approach that time of letting go of this world and the concerns and the anxieties and all the things that people live through, frustrations and just being afraid of not really being aware because we're not taught how to die. We're not. They make it scary, actually. Instead of realizing somebody will come and take your hand and take that soul part of you into that different vibration and where you'll be comforted, aware, and if you need to be taught anything, you will be taught. I give thanks in knowing that Jennifer will have that wonderful experience for herself, that she will be, we could call it liberated into love, into an awareness where everything works. Give thanks. And as I give thanks in the releasing of this, I give thanks for each one of you that have tuned in, that support me, that bring me great joy, love, and a feeling of doing and being here. Yes, there's been complications with this computer. Yes, there's now complications with YouTube, but we're working through them. I give thanks for that. So go enjoy, and I will figure out how I'm going to change this so I can leave this easily. Hang on a minute. That will make that less than. No, it's not. That's not going to work. I have to go bigger then. So if you're still watching, otherwise just go on because I got to figure these crazy things out. Here we go. I'm learning a new system for sure. Bye for now. Lots of, sorry, that's my wrong arm. Lots of love from me. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the reading for February, 9 o'clock in the morning. See you then. I'll still be working, trying to figure this thing out, I'm sure. Bye now. Enjoy.